Well, we're back here at Manx Radio TT live from the grandstand here on the Isle of Man, and joining me in the studio is Jim Hodson and also son Rob Hodson as well. Before the break we were talking about the highly emotive subject of Jamie Hodson losing his life in the Ulster GP last August, and I'm going to talk to you now Jim, just about the level of support that you've had, but also it's quite tricky for people to know what the right thing is to say to you. You've just been saying to me in the break there that people are coming up to you and not quite knowing what to say.
Yeah, it's quite a funny situation, and I can understand what position they're into. You can be walking through the paddock and you see a spectator or a fellow competitor, a mechanic or whatever, and not all of them, but some of them who don't know how to handle the situation will bob in between a van and disappear, don't want to speak to you, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. But when you walk by and it just gives you a second thought, you just think, are they not speaking to us because we're racing? Are they embarrassed to what to say? Or it's a real funny situation to be in, and I'm sure there's not just me, there's other people, and I know there's other people in the paddock experience the same thing. And I haven't spoken to these people just yet, but it would be nice to speak to people who've gone through a similar thing and to see how they've experienced and get over that hurdle, really, you know. And some people, but the teams, Tony Morris, Rob's sponsor, and everyone who's involved with Rob and myself, DCR, iDesigns and everyone, they've been 110% behind us. They've really backed us all the way. You know, whatever decision we made, they backed us basically.
Just going back there, not knowing what the right thing is to say, how would you handle the situation, Jim, if it was another family?
To be honest with you, I have handled the situation. I've seen this many times, and I think the best way to go about it is to speak to the person, as in not about the accident or what's gone on, the tragedy. Just speak to them normally, which is that's what people want. And if they need any help at all, just when I'm leaving, I'll just offer my help if they need it, and leave it at that. And it makes the person feel quite comfortable then that, you know, that we're all behind them 100%.
And Rob Hodson, being Jamie's brother, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, straight after it happened, like the morning after, obviously I was on crutches and things, and I had to make my way to the toilet. And I think the best thing people did do, or you know, can do, is just a smile and nod, you know, or even, you know, just a pat on your shoulder or something. You don't have to say anything in particular, you know what it means, and that's it. They don't have to make an awkward thing out of it or anything. So yeah, a few supportive words is nice as well. So yeah.
Keeping Jamie's memory alive, I can see on your arm you've got a new tattoo.
Yeah, we've got a new sleeve thing going on, so we've got this has got ashes in and things. So yeah, it's something else that helps you get through it. What can you do? You know, when it's all still very raw and things, you're trying to think of things you can do to keep his memory going and keep him with you and things. So there's no better way than doing that, really. So that was my choice.
You were such a trio within the paddock. What do you think you'll miss about him this year, Rob?
It's the silly things, really. Like on the build-up to the TT, we'd always discuss things like stuff we've already done for years. You know, whether it's going down the front onto the prom or even the journey over and things like that. And I was just saying to people a bit earlier, I actually missed the rider's briefing because he weren't here to remind me. So
you didn't know what time it was then?
No, no times, dates, anything. He always said I'd forget my balls if they weren't in a bag. So there's that, which, you know, I've just got to get used to it and get organised, really. So.
And Jim, keeping his memory alive, you're looking at doing something quite special up here at the grandstand, aren't you?
Yeah, we've asked for permission to have a bench made with Jamie's name on it and maybe an emblem of the back of him on the bike when he won the Manx Grand Prix in 2016, and we'd like it near the race office somewhere, and we've had permission to do that, but we just haven't got around to having the bench made as yet. But maybe when we come back for the Southern or something like that, we'll have the bench with us, then we can bring it up here and place it in place.
Really, really special to be able to do that. And talking about special, I noticed a new race truck.
Yes, yeah, we've gone all up market now. Yeah,
you've got posh tops on and everything.
Yeah, posh tops, fully embroidered and all that, matching shorts.
And you call yourself privateers?
That's it. Yeah, we're well, we can act famous for 2 weeks a year. Yeah.
Rock stars around the paddock.
Yeah, that's it.
So what plans have you got then for next week? What is the game plan, Jim? You've been doing this for an awfully long time. What are you looking forward to most? What is the game plan for the team?
I don't really have a game plan as such. It's just finish as high up as possible, enjoy the racing, and I'll come back and talk about it afterwards. I started off practice on Saturday night disastrously. The bike broke down on the first lap, and it went the other way for Rob and he got 4 laps in. Hopefully tonight we can both have a good run round and work towards decent qualifying times to move further up the field and crack on and race against each other and everyone else and have a lovely time racing.
And have you got the missus making sandwiches in the van?
Yeah, Carol's down there now. She's just made dinner for everyone and Denise is helping her. Denise Chenoweth, that's another sponsor of ours. Everyone mucks in the team. We've got quite a big awning this year as well, so we've got hospitality side on it as well. And they're
dead posh.
So they're sorting the food out for that and everything. Yeah, we just had dinner, so yeah, she's working out there and supporting us 100%.
You do know now that you've mentioned that you're going to get hundreds of people around your awning. We're expecting free hospitality, Jim.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they can go. We've just eaten all the sandwiches, unfortunately. They'll have to come back at tea time.
And Rob, I was talking earlier to Jamie Hodson about how he just celebrates with a little bit of orange juice when he's got off the podium. Do you have a few beers?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, usually with him actually, so he's telling a lie there. So yeah, if we've had a good time, it's nice to have a few beers, especially after the Southern and things like that. And last year, Dad didn't have a good senior, so there's always an excuse. I just had a few beers while I was disappointed, So yeah, it's hopefully we can have a good week's practice, get plenty of laps in, and if I don't come back in the recovery van, that's a result, and then we can work towards some proper results.
What about this weather? I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? Are you worried as well, perhaps, about having too much practice out there?
It does take its toll on the body, I suppose. When you've got to drag a 1000cc bike round for a few, more laps than required. But you're burning fuel and tyres, which is more cost. But if you're going faster, then it's well worth it.
Let's just finish talking about the hashtag 44 Supporters Club. Jim, I'll come to you. Just tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, that's a club Rob started. I've always raced and had number 4, and Rob decided to have number 44. And he started his own supporters club, which has been very successful. He's had loads of support this year, and I continued with Jamie's club, which was the Hodson Racing Club, which it says 50, which is called the 50 Club, and I've just kept that name going in memory of Jamie, really.
And it was oversubscribed, did I see, Rob?
It was, yeah. We had 48 members to a 44 club, so yeah, getting greedy, I think. But it started when people they was interested in helping, but I think they found it a bit awkward in what way to, they asked what sort of support I was after. So the simplest way was set the club up, which is 44 quid for the membership, and they'll send calendars out and pictures and things at the end of the year. And send me thank yous on my Facebook and keep them up to date. We've got a few updates already, which we've not done much, but yeah, I'll keep everyone updated and maybe do a few videos and things. So yeah, everyone.
And if anyone wants to follow you on any of the social media channels, how do we do that?
We've got a Facebook page which is Rob Hodson #44. I'm on Twitter. I don't actually know what my name is for that, but yeah, I could
Rob Hodson maybe.
Probably, yeah. Search for that and I'll be around there. And what else is there? Yeah, I don't do Snapchat.
Don't do Instagram or anything?
Instagram I'm on there, yeah, but I don't update that. Yeah, it's for posers, that.
I tell you what, it's all changed now, Jim, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's changed big style, it has, really has. Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Just as I said I was going to finish on the hashtag 44 Club, but I just remembered you did want to say a few thank yous to some of your sponsors as well, Jim.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for iDesigns, DCR Racing, and everyone else who's chipped in and helped us to get here. It's been quite an hard decision and a struggle to get everything together so late on. There's Sean at VRS, which is one of Rob's sponsors as well. Couldn't have done it without him. We've ended up with a new truck, and that was lastminute.com, getting that ready, as it always is, because we had 2 bikes to prep, and then the weather comes something like, so we could work on the truck and get that fitted out.
Well, look, I'm going to leave you to go and top up your suntans and get ready for practice later on today. Thank you so much for popping by and having a chat with us. Thank you.
Cheers, Joe. Thank you.
We're going to be up soon after 3 o'clock with Wheelie Connie, and don't forget the competition is on Manx Radio TT Facebook page, where we are trying to guess how much Connie's leathers weigh, because he is the German that has got all the badges all over his leathers. He's come into the TT for years. We're going to find out a little bit more about Connie and also how much those leathers do weigh. We're just going to take a track now.